What's going on, everybody? Making a recap video on the day. The market's still open for about another hour, but just want to cover this really quickly because as soon as I saw it, it bothered me. But it just is one of those things that you sort of have to drill into your head. And so, like I said earlier, I had this long position that I took on this candle here, and once we entered this second bullish candle, I set a stop loss about right here, and that stop loss ended up getting hit, and I walked away with about 50% of my profit, maybe a little bit less. I just wanted to put a little bit above break even, and I was going to let it go because it seemed like a great long, and it would have been, but I choked out my position with my stop loss. Now, it would have been great to catch this move here because the market's continuing to rally, which is awesome. But I'm letting today serve as a reminder to me that it's more important in the long run for me to stay consistent with how I make my trading decisions and my strategy, and not change my criteria for my entries and just get in whenever I feel like this is going to happen or that's going to happen. I've learned that being very systematic and very measured and precise with how I choose my entries is going to allow me to more easily track the variables that are affecting my strategy. So when you add too much variability, it makes it difficult to read your data and your results and understand why some of the things are happening and what's causing them. So for that reason, like I said in the past, profit is better than drawdown, and today was a green day. Yes, there's always going to be opportunities that you miss out on. You can't stop that from happening. So the best thing for you to do is to just accept them. Every trading decision is based on a probability, which means anything can happen. And that's just, the risk that you have to accept, and you have to learn to be comfortable with that. Like today, I didn't know that an early home buying report was going to come out from Redfin. They came out saying that the demand hits a 10-month high and that prices and rates are declining. That's huge news. That speaks volumes to not just the real estate market, but also the broader economy. If that's because that's now saying that consumers have the income to afford this. So that speaks, obviously prices of houses are going down, but now it also is saying that people are able to spend more money. People have more income to do this. It's reaching more of a balance, and so as a result, the entire market rallies. Because that's just a good sign for the economy overall. So going forward, as a note for myself, I'm definitely going to be keeping a closer ear to news and to reports that are supposed to be coming out. But again, I'm not going to be jumping the gun because I see price action that looks great. It's going to be a much bigger thing for me to overcome. Being comfortable with just accepting these stops. It's been a very big struggle for me. Every ounce, every fiber of my being tells me to move my stop lower so that I can let the trade play out. And so I'm still sort of working myself into that right mindset that I need to have in order to see consistency in my strategy, which at the end of the day is what we want. So that's going to do it. I will be trading again next week, I guess, because today's Friday. So, end of the month, this is going to be the last video I put up for the month of March, and I'm hoping if April goes well and I, get some coins together, I'm probably going to go and try and reset my my trading view account, or not my trading view account, but my trading account that I was getting evaluated to get funded. And I'm going to try my hand at that again. I think it was a 25K account. And so I have to get a 10% profit target, which, I was in endless drawdown. I attempted it twice. And I was just, like I said now, the variability that I wasn't measured in my approach. I wasn't consistent in when I decided to enter and why. So as a result, it made it very difficult for me to understand why I was losing. But now that I have, I make sure I set a take profit, I set a stop loss, and I don't change those things so that, if something starts to trend in, if I start to see a lot of failures in my trades, I can understand, okay, well, it might be this, because I know I do it the same way every time. So let's look at the variables. You can't do that when you're just trading on a whim, or at least it's much more difficult to do that, because then you sort of have to read into your own intuition. And it's a lot harder for people to sort of recall those causalities that result in them making poor decisions in their trading. I'm going to wrap it up there, and I will see you guys all next week. Leave a comment. Tell me if you are also in this boat. Please tell me what your experiences are. If you are having more success, if you feel like you're making progress, if you feel just as stuck as I do, that's what this channel is for dedicated to the 90% of traders who are losing money like me. So if you're like me, drop a like, give me a comment, and see you next time.